And the song goes a little something like this. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. That song came out in 1981. I was 11 years old. So, with that being said, if I was 11 years old, I'm 54 now. When I turned 51, I had an insight, a light bulb went off, and said, oh, that's what he was talking about. So in 2024, I'm not, I have insight to what that song was about. So that song resonated with me. And I said, one day I'm going to write a book. And I'm going to title my book, If You Think You're Lonely Now, Life After Divorce. So, with that being said, yesterday I had a couple of comments on my feed, and one particular feed said, you're trying to tell women to stay with unhealthy marriage or whatever. And the answer to that is no. And then another one said, oh yeah, I was married 30 something years, now I'm divorced, I have 2 dogs, and I travel, I do this and I do that and I do that. So when I'm telling my story, I'm just giving my perspective of life after divorce 20 years later. I'm not advising anyone to stay in an unhealthy marriage or cheating marriage or whatever you say is going on. I'm not telling nobody to do no such thing. At the end of the day, I'm basically sharing my perspective, my story of life after divorce 20 years later. So if you are 43, you were born in 1981. You might not even know about Bobby Womack. You might not even know about the song. But as I have stated before, when I was a little girl, which my grandpa, take my seatbelt off, which my grandpa and grandma raised me, so I was always around older people. I got to watch Soul Train every Saturday morning. I didn't want to watch cartoons. I wanted to watch Soul Train. Soul Train. Choo choo. So anybody that's a 70s baby knows about Soul Train. So Bobby Womack, Barry White, Earth, Wind and Fire, George Clinton, Funkadelics. I still go see George Clinton. He's still getting it in. Anybody at 70 babies know about Bobby Womack. So with me coming up with this series of If You Think You're Lonely Now is just therapy for me writing my book. And my life experience as a divorced woman. Again, I'm not trying to tell anybody, oh girl, stay with a man. I'm just saying, from what I have seen, from my experience, maybe learn from my mistakes, which even if nobody else, even if it's just is for one person, even if this video is for one person, these videos is for one person that's thinking about getting a divorce, I'm just letting you know what I've seen, I've lived it. It's not nothing that I'm letting you know, well, dang, You get divorced, you just don't up and jump back in the game and get somebody new, or like it was Rice Krispie crap popping pop. That's what I'm saying. You know, anybody you want to get divorced, go get all the divorces you want. And you know, the one lady said, "Oh, and I got 2 dogs." I had a dog. My dog just died. So I'm back on. I'm really back at it. And I'm probably don't want to get no more dogs no time soon. But, you know, once the dog dies and you don't have to get up and, you know, take him for a walk and feed him, you still got extra time on your hands. Which like I said, I'm not trying to advise anybody to stay in their marriage. I'm not advising nobody to leave. I'm just giving insight on the behalf of a divorced woman that's lived it, so that maybe along the way, this video might not be for another 20-30 years. Somebody along the way might watch this video, and this might help a young woman decide whether or not to leave her husband and break up her family and move away to start a new life. All I'm saying is, when you do that, it don't always work out that way. Sometimes it's you. Like the lady said, "Oh, now I go to this. I was lonely when I was married." I was lonely when I was married too. You're gonna be lonely. You're gonna have, but that's because you have to learn how to love yourself and do things that you like to do, whether you're married or whether you're single. Whether you're married or single don't have anything to do with what you bring to the table. You know, your spouse do crazy stuff, but like I've said in previous videos, if you take that time and energy to work on yourself, you will find out a lot. Even if your husband is doing XYZ, or if you work on yourself and take care of the kids, I'm telling you, over the time, 20 years later, you look back and you'll be like, well, you know, wow, I'm still single. The kids is all grown. I'm just basically saying, well, hey, you know, well, what do I do with myself now? I'm still single, which I can't get back out there, which I got, you know, I'm cute. I'm really pretty. I don't have low self-esteem, sis. Because one of them say, "Oh, you might have low self-esteem because you telling women to stay in an unhealthy relationship." No, I'm not. I'm not telling anybody to stay in an unhealthy relationship. I'm just saying, just because you get a divorce doesn't make you necessarily happy. If you watch my other videos, I kind of already said that. And for instance, Tamar. Vince gave her everything Tamar could want. Vince gave it to her. I'm just using this for example. I love Tamar, a beautiful person. I'd seen a picture the other day with her, the little boy, and Vince. Well, at the end of the day, even though Vince is raising the son still gonna want to see his mom. So what I'm saying is, just because you get a divorce from your husband or wife or whatever, them kids still love the other parent. And not only that, whatever going on with Tamar, even though she got a divorce, she still got something else going on. She done married again, and the new husband is saying something going on. So her getting a divorce from Vince didn't stop what was going on with her. That's what my videos is about. You can get divorced all day. If you got something going on with you get, and even if she did, "Oh, Vince broke my finger. Vince did it." Vince don't look like he can. Vince don't look like he can harm a butterfly. Sweet man, always been sweet. The new woman that he's probably with, she jumped on that quick. You don't hear nothing about it. But Vince don't look like he can hurt a butterfly. Now Tamar, on the other hand, all the antics that we've seen, we just said, oh, maybe he wasn't the problem. Maybe she is a little excited. So my thing is me saying that sometimes when you marry, it's not always your spouse. And a lot of times with women, all we hear, oh, he cheated, he did this, but the women never say about what they did. Or if you know you married and your husband wants sex every 3 days, you got to have sex with your husband. You can't just say, I'm going to have my career and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do all these things and I'm going to grow up and I got a husband and I'm going to just set him over here in the cabinet and wait till I get back from doing what I got to do, and you just better be sitting here waiting for me. We're learning it don't work like that. If you got a husband, you got to tend to him. If he wants to have sex once a week, or well, twice a week really, or every 3 days, you got to be there to have sex with your husband. Now, if you choose not to have sex with your husband and you going months at a time without having sex with your husband or whatever, I don't know. That's people's business. I don't know. I'm just saying, make sure it's just not you. That's all. I'm just saying. Because a lot of times when people are cheating, you done found out after it's done happened. Sometimes it's been going on for years. So cheating necessarily, what I want to say is just something that happens in life. Just like some people, you find out your teenage daughter pregnant. You didn't expect that to happen. You don't want that to happen. It happens. People go through the stuff, but you don't divorce your daughter. You just have to cry and get it over with and raise your grandbaby, and you find out your grandbaby is the best thing that ever happened to you. So what I'm just saying, like I said, this video might not be for this time in this season. It might be for 20 years from now, 30 years from now, maybe down the road. I'm just saying, just because we get divorces, that piece of paper just don't sever the relationships. And whatever if you are married, and you know what? I didn't even say it. Bobby Womack said it. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. Bobby Womack said it. And that's what woke up me, that, oh, wow, even though I'm talking about me, I got a divorce. Well, you still, if you don't get together what you got going on inside of you, it don't matter who you with. You're going to have to figure out how to love on your man and be nice to your man, because, and yourself, because just up and leaving and complaining, like in the song he was saying, she was complaining. You complaining about this and you complaining about that. But hey, if I leave you, you won't have nobody to complain about. So at the end of the day, be grateful. Be grateful. You got a husband, honey? I tell my daughter, girl, just go look at him.